TBD, right? It's to be determined by you. When you want to buy a home, well, when you're mortgage worthy, right? Because paying rent, you lose 100%. Paying a mortgage, you have 1098 write-offs, which again, high level stuff, but it's not really that high level. Once you're a homeowner, you kind of get used to it because you're getting some tax write-offs. It's a benefit. Interest rates are always a thing. How can I afford it? I don't want to be stuck to a house, etc., etc., etc. I always say that buying is the smartest thing you can do. Renting is good for convenience, right? It's like going to the local convenience store to buy the gallon of milk that's going to cost you $7. Or you could take the extra 5-minute ride to Acme and you could pay $3.50, right? Renting is the 7-Eleven repair, right? I need something quick, I need something easy. I don't need to be worried about the stuff, the whole process. But the savings, the money's being made in doing that work. That equity is going to grow over time. Look back at historically in life, nothing is cheaper than it was 10 years ago, right? And before that, take that back to 2015, nothing was cheaper than 2005 and 95. Like, you just look at how much things cost and appreciate. That's why your parents bought their house for a sack of potatoes and 2 nickels, and you're over here looking at $500,000 because that's what it was worth back then. And it's gonna be worth something more to someone in the future. Now, understand that the chart does this. It peaks and valleys, but it always trends up over time. That's why they tell you 10-year is the window for you to start to recapitalize gains. And the unfortunate part about this too is that the mortgages are front-loaded on interest payments for the first 10 years because they know, the man knows, right, that you are going to eventually move 10 years and they're going to capture the money up front. That's why it's so heavy on the amortization schedule of paying interest, so heavy in the first 10 years. You don't start to turn the tide until about year 15. 10 years super front loaded. But how many people know that, right? But if you're strategic and you know you're planning some exit strategies, and that's what we offer, is that exit strategy planning. It's like, hey, do you plan on being here for the next 10 years? So if you're a young single person or a couple or a senior, like, maybe we should be looking at duplexes and triplexes. So this way you're in a 2-bedroom apartment, hypothetically, but you're bringing cash flow in and you can exit out into your forever home, because everyone always wants to buy the forever home, but nothing lasts forever. So those are the conversations we would have with you on a real heart-to-heart level. At least I will. I can't speak for everyone else, right? But in our office, we have these trainings and these mentalities to help people wrap their mind around. It's not just this moment, it's the future. And it's not just the ideal house, it's the budget. So the first step in real estate that I talk to anyone is, like, talk to a lender. I shouldn't be the first person you really talk to, per se. I mean, maybe for a quick consultation to get you cooking, but obviously you need to talk to a lender. They're the ones that give us the money. Unless you're all cash, then that's a different story, but I can't tell you there's a handful of you guys out there with that kind of level of cash, right? So let's talk to a lender. Let's find out what is it that you qualify for. And don't think it's a number, it's about what you can afford to pay each month. That's a big thing, that there's a misconception. Like, I can only afford a $250,000 house because they've rated you at $10,000 in taxes. That's what you afford at $250, because your DTI, your monthly payment's going to be Y. However, a $250,000 house with $5,000 of property tax and a $250,000 house with $10,000 of property tax isn't the same mortgage payment. Now, the one that's $5,000, your budget might go to $325 or $350. Now, I'm not a lender. Talk to your lender, but, like, that's the mentality, the conversation that we need to have. It's about, what is your DTI? What can you afford to pay for a mortgage each month? And that's how we find you a home. And we open up different areas, and we look and we explore, and we leave no rock unturned in the search to find you a home.